Hello everybody, it is me, Someguygary. Welcome back to yet another Marathon Basics. In this episode we have Traxxas, Equitable Distribution, 1 out of 4. This video is going to cover the entirety of Equitable Distribution 1 through 4. For Equitable Distribution Part 1, in a single run, acquiring self-erasing data drive from the second floor of the hauler. Then, you have to deliver the data drive to Decon within the time limit. Let's hop right on into the perimeter map to begin this quest. So once you load into the perimeter map, you want to head to the hauler. Alright, we're almost to the hauler. Here we are. The southernmost point of the hauler here, because you can enter it from the north and south. Once you make your way in here, you'll want to look for the second floor. It is sometimes hard to find the second floor within these structures, but if you learn to memorize it, right here's a ladder. Continue on this way. Pop invisibility. In this little drawer here will be the item you are looking for. As soon as you grab this, you can make your way out or continue to loot up. All right, well, let's just make our way on out of here. Drop back down to the first floor. Once you grab the self-erasing data drive, there are typically 4 different decons you can take it to. They are marked on the map here in each 4 of the corners. You'll be closest to Overflow and or North Relay. We're going to make our way to the North Relay decon station personally. We are almost there. Once you get to the decon, all you got to do is drop this item in here. If you have any other salvage that you want to put in here, for example, I have this deluxe salvage, you put it in here and it'll exfil it to your vault. All right, so now we're on to Equitable Distribution 2 out of 4. You have to head on into the Dire Marsh. Once you're in the algae pond second floor here, you'll want to head to the south side of the large building here, and the UESC terminal is right here. I'll show you on the map. You'll want to be on the lookout for this drone. You'll have to shoot it down and grab its loot. Once you shoot it down, go ahead and grab its goods. As soon as you grab the goods, try to make it for an exfil. And now that you have exfilled successfully, you should have part 3 of Equitable Distribution unlocked. Now we have to head to the perimeter. Alright, once you make it into the stations, you want to enter this garage. Should be located around here somewhere, if I recall correctly. Alright, so just inside this little maintenance bay, we have some drones to scan. You have to look for the proper ledge to climb up to scan them. It's a little tricky. All the while doing this, you do want to be trying to stock up on some gunmetal, which is this product right here. It's just standard salvage, so if you're looting, make sure to keep an eye out for unstable gunmetal. The turrets, sometimes the robots tend to drop it. Alright, and that's the third and final drone. Once you have 7 unstable gunmetal, you'll want to make your way to a decon machine to exfil the gunmetal. It should ping on the map whenever you're at that step. Alright, once you're here, watch for claymores around these structures. They always tend to have them guarding this back catwalk. Climb up onto the roof with your unstable gunmetal and bank it in the decon. If you have any other salvage, also a good idea to put it in here as well. And that is part 3 of Equitable Distribution complete. And with part 3 complete, we are now on to the final part, part 4, Equitable Distribution part 4. In perimeter, use a terminal in South Relay to trace the location of a UESC commander. Proceed to the location and acquire the commander's credentials. Alright, so our first plan of action is going to the South Relay.
Threat vectors detected.
Oh wait, we spawned at the building that we need to be at. Luckily enough, we just spawned right at the location here. It's gonna be this building down in the bottom right corner of the map below the South Relay. You're going to be very careful here because there are a ton of traps in this building. It's actually insane. Once you climb up into the roof here, you're going to drop down. But before you drop down, it's not a bad idea to take care of that claymore as well as this claymore. Open this door. There's going to be some... Never mind. You're going to want to hack this terminal here. Once the terminal is hacked, you're going to make a break for it to the other side of the map as fast as possible. However, yet again, there's more traps just below these vents, so be very, very careful. I might hit this one. Yeah. I'm going to work very carefully to try to take out these other traps. These tripwires here are just OS hackers. Unfortunately, they're pretty hard to avoid. But you must avoid the claymores as they will kill you. Once you exit this tunnel, head straight towards the ping here at the north relay. Once you get to the little zone that is there, an enemy will spawn, you kill the enemy and grab what it drops. Once you grab the item the enemy drops, you are good to exfil or die. Either way, the contract should be complete. This has been Someguygary Marathon Basics, and I'll see you in the next video.